We are now going to make a clipping mask and apply a shadow to our text. So we added the letters in black, which is the default text color. However, we want the letters to appear to be filled with a texture from an image, so we're going to use the letters to make a clipping mask that will allow another image layer to show through. In the Layers panel, make sure Typecast is selected. Choose File, Place Embedded. Go to your Lesson 7 folder, and we're going to select this metal TIF file and click Place. Hopefully yours will be quicker than mine. Okay, finally placed. Hopefully yours won't take as long as mine. Mine took a day and a half. So with the bounding box, so click on the metal and I'm going to click the move tool. We're going to move it up now to the very top of the document, like thus. And then press enter or return. Whoa, my computer's just being crazy. So now make sure that you've got the metal layers selected. We're going to choose Create Clipping Mask from the Layers panel menu. The Layers panel menu, I want to get rid of this. The Layers panel menu is these three little lines. When you click right there, we're going to click Create Clipping Mask. And look at there. It put it inside that text. You can also create a clipping mask by holding down the Alt key on Windows or the Option key on a Mac and clicking between the metal and Typecast type layers. Or you can choose Layer, Create Clipping Mask, Layer, Create Clipping Mask down here. So we have now created our clipping mask. So when you create a clipping mask, it lets the metal texture show through the typecast letters of the next layer back. A small arrow over here, you see there's a small arrow. And the underlined type layer name see how you've got underline on typecast? That indicates that there's a clipping mask that has been applied. Now we're going to add an inner shadow to give the layers depth. Select the typecast layer and then click Add a Style button, which is this little FX button down here. And the one that we want to do is going to be what do we do? Inner shadow. And then this box is going to pop up. I'm going to drag it down because if you have the preview button checked, you'll be able to see what's happening to the text as we make these changes. So in the dialog box, make sure blend mode is set to multiply right here. We want our opacity to be 48%. Don't hit enter like me. Let me go back to my inner shadow. Don't hit enter. Do 48%. Distance is going to be 18. I'm going to press the tab key and that will take me to the next one. Choke is going to be 0. Size is going to be 16. And then click OK. So multiply 48%. 18, 0, and 16, and then click OK. All right, so the inner shadow option now adds a sense of dimension to the text. Here's a quick question for you. What happens when you double-click the thumbnail icon of a type layer in the Layers panel? So over here on this typecast layer, here's the thumbnail thing right here with the little square. If I double click that, you know what's going to happen? Anybody? Nobody? Well, let's do it. You do it on yours, I'm gonna do it on mine. When you do that, look at there. All of the type on that layer is going to be selected. Might see that again, just saying. We're now going to create some type on a path. In Photoshop, you can create type that follows along a path that you draw with a pencil or a pen or a shape tool. The direction the type flows depends on the order in which the anchor points were added to the path. When you use the horizontal type tool to add text to a path, the letters are perpendicular to the baseline of the path. If you change the location or shape of the path, the type moves with it. We're now going to create a type on a path to make it look as if questions are coming out from the model's mouth. The path has already been created. It's stored in the Paths panel. So in the Layers panel, select the model layer. Choose Window, and then Paths. And you see there's your speech path. So select that to make it active, and you can see there's your path right here. The path appears to be coming out of the model's mouth. Select the horizontal type tool. In the options bar, we're going to click the right align. So right here is right align. There's left, center, and right. So select that. In the character panel, select the following settings. So the font family, we want Myriad Pro, which mine is there already. Font style, I'm going to change this to regular. Font size, we want it to be 14. Oops, not 114, 14. Tracking, we want it to be -10. When you click this arrow, there's some presets. -10 is one of those. The color, click that color, and we want it to be white. Click OK. And we want it to be all caps. This button right here is all caps. So click that. Move the horizontal type tool over the path. When the small slanted line appears across the I bar, click near the end of the path closest to the mouth, and we're going to type what did I do over here? I'm not sure what I did. I might have messed up. Oh, let me delete this one down here. Let me delete this one right here. Model. Speech path. Myriad Pro regular 14 point -10. It's right align. There. I don't know what I've done, but now we're going to type what's new in 3D type with a question mark. What's new in 3D type with a question mark. The path won't print or export because it is in a shape layer. It exists only in the Paths panel, but the text on the path is a type layer, so the type would print and export. As you type on the path, the text is added from the right because right align was selected. With the horizontal type tool, select 3D type. So we're going to select 3D type. And change its font style to bold. Bold. And then click commit. or the check mark. What's new in 3D type. All right. So in the layers panel, select the what's new in 3D type layer right here. And we're going to choose duplicate layer from the layers panel menu. Let's try it up here. Let's duplicate layer. Click OK. You can't see the duplicate text yet because it's exactly on top of the original text layer. But the layers panel shows that the duplicate layer has the word copy at the end of the layer name. You see the word copy right there. We're going to move the copy away from the original. Choose Edit, Free Transform Path. And let's do this. We're going to rotate it approximately 15 degrees. So get your like this. (15 degrees). And then shift the path up along the first path and a little to the right. So right there. Then we are going to, with the type tool, we're going to select the 3D, just the word 3D. And we're going to type web, W-E-B, web, and then click the check mark to commit that. So now it says what's new in web type, what's new in 3D type. All right, when you edit characters on a text layer, the layer name automatically updates to match. So you see over here, you've got what's new in 3D type, what's new in web type. The layer name will not update if you edited the layer name earlier. So if you can't remember how to rotate using a transform bounding box, position the pointer near the outside of the transform bounding box until the pointer changes to a little rotate icon. So now we're going to, let's do that again. We're going to, let's go back to the 3D type layer, and we're going to go to layer. We're going to duplicate layer. I'm going to click OK. Make sure you're in that one, and we're going to, we're going to rotate this one down. Down 15% or somewhere close to it. And we're going to move it down below the original, like so. And then where it says 3D type, we're gonna go back to the text. Don't be like me. We're going to change the 3D type to say type effects, T-Y-P-E, but we want it to be bold. What's new in type effects? Check mark. I'm clicking things like a rookie, like I've never done this before. So, bottom line, you should have 3 different things. What's new in web type, what's new in 3D type, what's new in type effects. So this would be a great time to click File and then Save to save our work. One quick question before we stop this video. By default, all text you create in Photoshop has what style applied? Is it area paragraph, point text, Advanced paragraph or basic paragraph. If you're thinking in your brain basic paragraph, you're going to get that correct question right. I am so kind giving y'all all these answers.